Hey guys, Brix back with another Lego Transformer review, and today will be the beginning of a little mini-series that we're going to be having on this channel. It's going to be like the rise of the Titans, where I build a whole bunch of city bots, and this is the first guy. We have G1 Fortress Maximus. Let's check him out. Okay, so here we have G1 Fortress Maximus in a deluxe scale, hanging out with what we have here, a little Spike, and that would be Cerebros, and the giant city bot Fortress Maximus. And right now he is in his space carrier mode. I believe that's what this one is called. Very nice. Got the guns hanging out there on the tower. Got the little blasters coming out of the shins right there. And then this little blaster section, which is pretty articulated. So we have a lot to go through. And, well, not a whole lot in this mode, but I mean, just to show you everything that it can pretty much do. Of course, this right here is on a hinge. And it's also on a clip right there, so it has 2 points of articulation over there in the corner, and then it rotates on stud friction right here. So rotate up, rotate all the way back, and all that good stuff. Swing all the way out, like so. These cannons right here, they are on a T-joint, so they are each individually articulated. They can move up and down, all the way up like so. And of course the guns on the tower, those are on like they're like plugged in with little 1x1s with the stud on the side. Oh, Cerebros fell. I have a new turntable. I got this for Christmas. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. It's nice and clear and stuff. But yeah, the weapons right here, they, just have regular little gun parts that they could just go into this. Got one of those on each side, like so. Got the little ramps right here, that the vehicles will come running down and run right there. Also, nice little control center. I originally put a port there to put the little red radio satellite dish, but couldn't figure out anything small enough that was red that I could plug into there for it to actually turn. So, I mean, maybe if you guys come up with something and you get the instructions, you could like put pictures up and show me what you guys came up with. So that would be pretty cool. Of course, both of these components do open right there, like so. So, I mean, I try to make it have like a lot of playability in a deluxe scale, so I think it came out pretty good. This is like the little door that they had on the actual toy that like opened up and you can like slide cars in and out of there. So it came out pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna go from Fortress Maximus in his space shuttle mode to go into I believe the next one is like city mode. So let's move Spike and Cerebros out of here. And to transform them into city mode, of course, we're gonna take these cannons, bring them down. Let's remove the weapons. The tower, I do believe, stays up in this mode. So what we do for that, I kind of almost want to bring it closer to me, but can't really do that but so much. Let me see if I bring this closer, you guys can kind of see. Zoom out some. There we go. Let's move those to the side. So for this, we're going to take the legs. Let's lift the feet up. Those are all nice mixer joints. And we're going to lift that up. Let's see if I remember how to do this here. Oh, gotta go this way. Right. So once it gets there, kind of turns a little bit, like so. So you guys can see that, and folds up right in there. And we do the same on the other side. I made sure that he does have knees so that, you know, you could pose him up and stuff as a regular figure. And he's not just standing there, like, completely still. Alright, so we got that side done. I guess we could zoom in again a little bit. And then from here, it'll rotate on this jumper plate, which is also on another stud. So, like I said, that's multiple points of articulation. So we kind of zoom into that part a little bit, see how that works. And that'll fold up like this, like so. And then we have to open these up. So what I did for this, is he sliding? Yeah, he's sliding a little bit. Need to put some grips on these things. So what I did for this, right? I'm gonna move that completely out the way for now. And we're gonna lift that out. That's on a hinge, so that we could open this up and swing it back in. The only reason I put that is because of this hinge right here would block it from going all the way back. So once that's there, we could do that. And then we can put the arm back. Like so. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see everything. And then of course you have like the little hatch area right here that comes down there. And then you have another one on this side. The toy, this one was a little bit wider than the red one. Make sure that's nice and straight. I feel like there's something blocking it a little bit, but maybe not. So it's nice and flush with the ground. And then this one you could open up if you want to. It's normally like halfway open when you look at pictures and stuff, so I thought that was kind of cool right there to have that little feature. And there we have them in city mode. Very nice. And of course, in this mode, you could also put the guns back on. Arm them up. So there's a little double blaster right here. Plug that back in right here. And there you go. Now I don't have a gasket and cog. I think his name was Cog. The little things that like come out of his feet and form like two different people and then they combine into another people. Like that would have been way too small and ridiculous to make in this scale. So anyway, here we have him in the city mode. Very nice. All the same articulation pretty much, just with a couple of added features. And this you could actually have, like I put a space in there so you could actually stick, you know, a little micro dude in there. Spike could kind of just hang out right there. I know like some builders, they put like the little 1x1 plates on top of each other, like 3 levels, and that, you know, represents a figure. I think they're like little micro builds. So, I mean, if you had one of those that's probably about a brick tall, like a little Optimus Prime or something, then you could kind of have them hanging out in there also. So it definitely has a lot of playability, even on such a small scale. Alright, so now let's get to him in his full robot mode. So, once again, let's take these guns off. Like so. Let's close these up. Now this also folds out, you know, just for symmetry purposes. So if you fold that out, this does also fold out like that. Just in case if you wanted to, you know, do something different and have that like be like a separate component. And then this comes out and, you know, whatever you want to do with it. So let's get these guys all folded up. Whoa. Put the little latches on his legs back up. Get over here. folds that up, straighten that up. And then let's get all this stuff out the way. Make sure you guys can see everything. Fold that out. So we can close that up. And then we could get the legs. And they're also on these nice little mixer joints right there. The little ball with the stick, those are like the best pieces ever in life. I'm gonna kind of hold that. All that spins out a little bit. Like so. Not too difficult at all. It's all in the technique. Do the same on the other side. Very nice. And then you can take this little cannon piece right there. What I like to do is fold it down first, so it's a little more flush, and then fold it to the back, like so. Then you can take the middle piece and fold those out to the side, back to the back, and then start standing him up. Like so. And we're going to probably have to raise it up because this guy, it's not going to get much taller than this, but just so you can see everything. Excuse me. And I definitely want to give a shout out to Boys Are the Most Toys and all the peoples on the Lego Transformers group on Facebook. They gave me a little, gave me a suggestion to space out his hips a little bit because I had it kind of close using my, my little signature 3-ball toe joint. And it did look a little tight, so spacing it out did help a lot. So shout out to you guys for suggesting that because it definitely helped improve this a whole lot. So next for the arms, you can kind of see the little clip system that I have here to allow it to give it that shape, the arcing shape, and also to be able to fold flat back onto itself. So fold it up here like that, and then that would allow us to fold it in on these clips right here. So it kind of folds flat in on itself. Let's take this ramp, bring it down on some rocking plates, like so. And then you could kind of take the first arm and just bring that down and pose it up like that. We're going to do the same on the other side. Bring it in. And then allow that to fold in on itself right there. And there you have the body of Fort Max. Now I know normally, I think it's these red parts that would fold up and have little cannons that stick out, but they'll probably be more so down here. Being that I couldn't work in little micro cannons to stick out of his tiny forearms, I just kind of put the binoculars on the fist to give him like a little cannon effect there. So kind of shoot people like that, kind of maybe not Iron Man style, but just have little guns on his knuckles or something. So now for Cerebros, right here. His articulation, I got these little clip joints right here, which are super awesome. Those also rotate well. Let me get this guy out of the shot so that way we can kind of focus on this. The camera gets choosy sometimes. So this has, he fell. Shoulder articulation. I got it on the clip and with the stud friction. Let me kind of bring it in a little bit. Maybe zoom in on him. There you go. So you take spike, which is a 1x1 round plate with the hole in the middle. And then you stick that right there on top of that. The core of his body is a Travis brick, so that's pretty good. So his shoulders do rotate. I thought about putting a clip on his hand just so he'd be able to hold like a small gun or something, but then that would make the head mold way too fat, and it already looks a little big. So he has that articulation. Hips right there. Has a waist joint. It's very similar to like all my headmasters that I've designed so far with Weird Wolf and what else did I design? I did a Chrome Dome. I didn't show off Skull Cruncher yet, so I definitely gotta get that video done. So there is Cerebros, and to put him in head mode, I'm gonna kind of get his legs separated right there, and take his feet, spin him around, do that on each side. Like so. Now, Fort Max, I do believe, has more of like a whitish face for the G1. I mean, there's different variations, of course, but just to differentiate, you have the gray side. If you want, you could go with that. But I'm going to go with the white side right there. And then once you get the legs down like this, you take these little clips back here and just push them together to kind of make the head a little more uniform. And then just put his arms to his side to cover up his hips. And clean them up a bit, and there you have Cerebros in head mode. So let's get Fort Max back in here. Oh, too close. And then of course that little 1x1 with the hole in the middle is going to go on top of the T-joint right there. Like so. Nice. So for articulation, of course, he has ball joints pretty much any and everywhere except for like the T-joint right there. So his arms do a full 360. They do go up a bit. If you needed to go up a little bit more, you could just spin it around a little bit like that. Ball joints for the elbows, of course, even for the wrist. I don't normally do wrist articulation for my Transformers, but I mean, I feel, being that it's a city bot, he should have a little more articulation than my standard Transformers, so that's pretty cool. And plus, I wanted to be able to get away to find a way to put the little blasters on his hands and be able to shoot stuff. His knees, probably not 90 degrees, but enough to get a good pose out of him. You could probably get like a good walking pose out of him at least. Hips pretty much go almost all the way forward. It's just being blocked by like that front leg plate right there. If you guys can see, there it is. Back only by that much because of this piece right there. So, overall, he's still heavily way more articulated than the standard Fort Max. The ball joints right here, he does have ankle tilt, so that way he could look pretty planted when he's standing in his A stance. And for his head, it does do a full 360. If you raise it up a little bit, you could look down because of that T-joint right there, slightly, and then look up a fair bit. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so let's get into his weapons. Let's get him nice and planted right there. Very nice. So for his weapons, of course, we have the double-barreled blaster. Very nice, pretty simple. Arm him up with that. And I like using the T-joints, not the T-joints, the Travis Brix as hands, because it gives you so many cool possibilities for him to hold his weapons. He has like 3 additional ports, or if he didn't have the cannon right there, a 4th one. And then he has his new rifle. Very nice, got a couple of Technic pieces on there with some basic system pieces. And he can hold that. I saw, a matter of fact, you know what? Because I was stuck thinking I saw Fort Max with like 2 giant red guns, and that was Metroplex, because I was designing him not too long ago as well. I was like, wait, what version had the 2 red guns? No, Fort Max has nothing but blue guns. So, it's pretty cool. You can hold it out. You don't have to worry about his, oh, maybe you do have to worry about it. Oh, no, his arm holds fairly well. And this is the cool part about having a Fort Max at the scale, is that you don't have to worry about weight distribution, because he's deluxe scale. So it's like you could treat him like any other standard Transformer. Now, just to show this feature off, because this part actually did take me a while to figure out, was the cannons that come out of his waist. So you do see I have him tucked away in there on each side. And get his other weapon out. So how you transform that, or arm him up with that, is you got to bring these out just a little bit. And what you're going to do, they're on like little headlight bricks right there, and you're just going to rotate them. But you can't rotate them when they're flush. You got to just bring it out a little bit, and then you'll be able to rotate them. So we try to get his arm out the way a little bit so I can kind of show that off. Try not to do it while, or try not to break it while I'm rotating it out. And once you get that far, you kind of push it in on the other side and it'll help you out a little bit. So then you got one cannon out. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now he's a little back heavy because I got his arms all the way to the back. Trying to keep my arms out the way for you guys. Get this out over here. There you go, that should work. And of course, some parts are a little tighter than others, but oh, it's definitely workable. Yep. Pushed it in way too soon. I'll get one more 90-degree turn without breaking him. Make sure he's nice and tight. That's because I had that out. Find a way to put like a little technical difficulties part right here. There you go. We got both his cannons out there. Let's get his arms back down so that he doesn't fall to the back. There you go. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see everything. So there he is, fully armed. And if you want, why not? Let's get his little shin cannons back out. Try to make sure that they could go out 90 degrees so they could kind of point forward while he's still standing up. And there's Fort Max fully armed. Look at that. The guy looks dangerous. Nice. So let's do some size comparisons. Oh wait, I actually built one more weapon right before the video, as I always do. Some versions of Fort Max actually come out with the Master Sword. So here's the Master Sword build. I'm not sure what set I got this this sword from. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with like Bionicle or something like that. But he could also hold the Master Sword, which is supposed to be fairly tall on him, at least come up to like his chest a little bit. But for the shape and the blade and everything, I think this is like the best selection possible. So let's take out his rifle, and he can hold his Master Sword. Likely. What is in the way? I think it's the little mixer joint in the way, probably. So he's got to pull out his hand a little bit, And then you'll be able to should be able to put the sword all the way in. Huh. What's blocking it? Oh, didn't pull it out over far enough, I guess. Or what you could do, honestly, instead of doing all this extra stuff for the sword. Oh, that's in there now. I don't know if that's coming back out. Good. Give me your sword. Give it back. I built it. Alright. These are little blue Travis bricks there. They're pretty tight. So, once again, the possibilities with the hand. What you could do with this is pull out the little 3M stick that I have right here, and then you have a stud right there on the bottom of the sword. So you could just take his hand, rotate it, and now you have an opening to put the sword. Like so. That way it looks more like he's holding it and not like he's like balancing it in his palm or something. And standing. There you go. Nice. Put him in a cool position or pose. Oh no, what was that? Little piece came off the little double barrel blaster. Nice. Alright, so now we could do some size comparisons. Let's get them standing up properly. Or straight for the most part. We get a full or a true scale of what he would look like next to somebody. And we have my version 2 Optimus. Still hanging out at the studio, and they're roughly the same height. Maximus is just a little bit taller than Optimus. As you can see, like their knees pretty much still line up, their hips line up, their shoulders pretty much line up. So, and the cool thing about that is that, if I'm not mistaken, their arms might even be interchangeable. You could have Optimus with Maximus arms, like Optimus Maximus. That would be dope. So let's get this guy out of there. And then we have my G1 Megatron. Why not? As I build the other city bots, I already have a Metroplex done, and I'm still like probably 90% done with Scorponok. I'm just figuring out his tail right now, but these two look pretty good together as well. Very nice. And quite soon, or most likely after this video, I'll be posting, well, she's still in her airplane mode, my wind blade. Nice. So we have Fort Max and her city speaker, wind blade. You'll definitely see more of her robot mode in her video, which will probably be coming after this one. And considering today's the 29th, that might be the first of the year. So let's get Fort Max nice front and center so we could do final spin. I think this came out pretty cool. It was a real fun project. I'm looking forward to building the rest of the city bots. Now, I do aim to build a 3-foot version of this guy, also transformable, hopefully by Brick Fair next year in August. So stay tuned. That's gonna be my biggest project up to date, and I'm gonna be giving you guys little updates throughout the year and letting you know what's going on with that. Hopefully it happens, because that would be huge. I think that might be the largest transformer in existence once it does indeed exist. So this is Brix thanking you guys once again, and as always, for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. You guys are definitely awesome, and I appreciate all of your comments and suggestions on all of my builds. You guys, you're all a part of the community, so I just want you guys to know that I do appreciate you. And I hope you have a very safe holiday if you celebrate any of the holidays going on in this month, and a very, very safe New Year's. Here in New York, it's going to be absolutely freezing, so it's going to be pretty quiet. But hope you guys have a safe one, and I will see you. Oh wait, I'm bugging out. Holy. So if you guys want instructions for Fort Max here or any of my other awesome Lego creations, make sure you swing by BrixMediaStudios.com and pick up your instructions. The instructions for this guy should be up really soon. I do believe I finished those. I just got to post them. And do keep in mind, like, these guys are also available for physical purchase. So if you wanted to buy the actual figure, I could send them to you in a baggie, or you can build them yourself, or I could send them to you fully built. So if you want quotes for that, email me at bxbrix1@gmail.com, and I'll let you know how much those are going for. But if you have the parts, by all means, get the instructions. Build your very own. Alright, so now I could say I will see you guys next video. Peace.